What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another balance update video, balance change video. Man, we got a lot of news to cover today. So I'm gonna be starting, because it's a new season, I'm gonna be starting off with the new cards, talking about them a little bit. And then we're gonna get into the balance update. Cause I'm not gonna lie, this balance update is kinda weak. It's kinda weak. I'm not just to be honest with y'all. So yeah, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all already know how we do. We read the cards, talk about the changes. Y'all give me your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So the new season, man, we have Elsa Bloodstone coming out first. She already came out yesterday, as a lot of y'all know. Then we got Man Thing coming next week. Then we got Black Knight, Nico Minoru, and then Werewolf by Night. So yeah, man, let's talk about Elsa real quick. So we know her ability. If you play another card to fill a location, give it +3 power. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. She seems pretty cheap. Just having played just a few games this season. Right now, she works really well with obviously your bounce deck. Let's see if anybody. Yep, literally your bounce decks. Mysterio, he gets really strong. Kitty Pryde, every time you play her, she just gets stronger and stronger. Yeah, she's really cheap. Obviously you can counter her with Sandman, which a lot of people really don't use Sandman like that, but I mean that's a viable strategy, like your Electro, Sandman, Doctor Doom, Odin type of team. um I think it's still too early to say whether I think she needs nerfs or not, but I don't think they're going to nerf her, to be honest. And the reason for that is because she's the season pass card, and at the end of the day, they want to make money. So if you have a broken card, you want people to buy it, right? But even outside of this bounce deck, I know you could use her in your Iron Patriot deck. I don't know if y'all seen that. Excuse me, that video I got to Infinite with like a couple days ago. If y'all care about it, check it out on my channel, man. I basically used the Iron Patriot deck, and so she will work really well on that team because you'll be able to add her to that because you're running like Patriot, Doctor Doom, Brood, Absorbing Man. Like, come on, man. She just seems really crazy. Like I said, though, I'm not sure about like nerfs yet, so we just gotta let it play out a little bit. I really hope this season is better than the last one, though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, man. Up next, we got the Man Thing. So his ability, my bad, y'all. His ability is ongoing. 1, 2, and 3 cost cards here have -2 power. I really like this. I mean, he hasn't released just yet, so we can't really tell like how good or bad he'll be. But obviously, one thing that he's going to warrant is, a lot of Luke Cage to be played, right? So you might see like some Cerebro 2, Cerebro 2 with Luke Cage a lot when he comes out to try to counter his strategy. But yeah, man, it seems really good. Obviously we know he can be countered by Echo, can be countered by Enchantress. But yeah, even before he comes out, he seems pretty sick. Also, I like this little like comic book art right there. That's real sick. But yeah, man, that's it on Man Thing. Next we got Black Knight. So his ability is after you discard a card, add the Ebony Blade to your hand with that card's power once per game. And then so the Ebony Blade is a 4 cost card with whatever power of the card that you discarded. So off the top of my head, I can think of you running like something like Infinite, right? So you get like a 4 cost 20 power card. So that's really cool, man. That's really sick. I also really like Black Knight because he's a 1 cost card. And it just opens up like more 1 cost cards to be used. I feel like nowadays, all you really see is like Nebulas everywhere, Sunspots, right? Misty Knight with on high evolutionary teams. And then I mean, those are really the main ones that you could throw on any deck outside of Misty, like Nebula and Sunspot. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing some pretty cool discard decks, it looks like. So you got Black Knight along with Blade, right? So yeah, they're just adding one more card to the discard. style. Because we already know like Destroy had plenty with like Deadpool, Yondu, X23, and then like the Devil Dinosaur, Loki, Collector type teams literally had all the cards, half the other one cost cards. So I do like this, man. I do like this. Ebony Blade seems pretty cool, man. And yeah, man, let's just go ahead and get to the next card. So we got Nico Minoru, another cool one cost, man. So her ability on reveal after you play your next card, cast a spell. The spell changes each turn. So yeah, man, we got all the spells right here. After you play your next card, becomes a demon. Play your next card, destroy it, and draw 2 cards. After you play the next card, move it one location to the right. Play your next card, give it +2 power. So yeah, man, it's really cool. It seems like she has the potential to get out of hand. Let's say if there's like a set order for the spells, but I mean she's cool regardless, man. I really like her ability. As always, man, every one cost card can be destroyed by Killmonger. So yeah, man, I'm really excited to see how people use this one, and hopefully I'm able to get her myself, man. I'm like free to play. I don't know about y'all, so I gotta like hoard my cashes and get lucky. But yeah, the last of the new cards, we got Werewolf by Night. So after you play an on reveal card at another location, move there and gain +2 power. So I read a little bit on him before I did the video, and so if you play, I was thinking he might work with Elsa. Let's say if you played something like Brood. So you had Elsa on the board, you played Brood somewhere else, and then you play him next, and then you play Brood. I'm not sure if Elsa would boost him, or I don't know, but his ability seems pretty cool. I like it because it's like a move ability, so we're gonna be able to see like a lot of cool move decks, like just another card to be added to that. We really only had some of the Spider-Man cards, but really all the cards that have been out for a minute, like Heimdall, Human Torch, like those type of cards were really the only move cards. So I like this, man. It's pretty cool to me. And then, so yeah, man, that's gonna be the end for the season pass cards, this season cards. I might make individual videos on them like as they come out, depending on who I get, depending on who I want to talk about, right? But yeah, man, that's it for them. So let's talk about the balance changes. So it is October 3rd card balance update. And one thing I noticed even before the cards, which is actually this is actually a big deal right here, is the new refresh timer. So instead of 8 p.m. Pacific, it's gonna the time is gonna refresh at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So, and I hope that's 12 p.m. and not 12 a.m. because I was thinking if it was gonna be 12 a.m., that's actually like really bad for let's say you're a free to play player and you just want to play a little bit of Marvel Snap before bed. Like a lot of us are not gonna be playing at like 12 a.m. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. But anyways, man, let's get into the card changes. So yeah, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, it's not really, I'm not gonna lie, it's really nothing important. So we could just go in order. So Mojo, they just kind of changed the text of his ability. Uatu, they nerfed him. I'm gonna talk about how this is a nerf, by the way. Mantis, kind of buffed. I mean, they just changed. I don't want to call that a buff or a nerf. Cable, I don't want to call this a buff or a nerf. And then Mariah Hill, also the same. So it's like a lot of whatever changes to me. But yeah, let's start with Mojo, and then I'm gonna tell you guys why I think what I think about these cards. So let's read why they just changed the text. This is just a minor consistency adjustment, bringing Mojo in line with Dazzler and the way she cares about full locations versus a specific number of cards at those locations. We'll continue exploring exactly where and how to draw that line For example, Ant-Man requiring his teammates to get his buff feels slightly more resonant, but it's more likely than not that he'll get this treatment next. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've never used Mojo yet. I was really waiting until I get Jean Grey to even like feature him in the video or even use him in the deck. But I guess he was bugged and they just, fixed the bug. It's not really a buff or a nerf, so I really don't have much to say about him, to be honest. But I mean, it's cool, I guess. It's cool, I guess. But anyways, let's talk about this Uatu nerf, bro. So let's read why they did this. The combination of Uatu's effects being significant very early in the game, but also dependent on drawing him, has left this card in a tough spot. We've decided to start adjusting him by exploring a remedy that functions regardless of whether you draw him or not. We have some particular philosophies around this space as it disrupts some of the tension we value in locations, and we're not looking to make Uatu a staple of Series 1/2 play. This is definitely an overly safe adjustment, and we may return the card. We may return to the card again based on how it goes. So let me tell y'all why this is a nerf, even amongst like pool 1 and pool 2, which is apparently, like, based on what I understand, they want them to be used more in those areas but not break them. So for one, they nerfed his power, which is any power decrease for the same cost is always bad. So they nerfed his power, and then they nerfed his ability, because for one, let's say you don't draw him or you don't have him on the first turn. Okay, so you can see whatever the middle lane is. You can see whatever the middle spot is, but I mean, like, what can you do about that? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like knowing the locations, or knowing what the turn 2 location it is over your opponent is like, it's like, really, it just doesn't matter, in my opinion, man. And for one, who's gonna use him over Sunspot? Who's gonna use him over Nebula? Who's gonna use him over like X23, over Deadpool, over Nova on your Destroy deck? Who's gonna use him over Blade on your discard deck? Like, it's just, I mean, they nerfed his power, but I mean, he already sucked as a card, so it really doesn't matter what they did to him. Like, nobody's gonna play him regardless. I just don't like this change, though, to be honest. They could have at least allowed you to see every spot. But like I said, man, by turn 3, your opponent knows what every location is. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, I never played against somebody who used Uatu. And I hope I'm saying his name right, but I never played anybody who used this card and it actually helped them win to any degree, right? The very rare times you even want to consider having this card is if it's like the first to fill this out gets like a free 6 cost. But with Mobius in the game, that's like no longer a thing anymore. So yeah, man, this is bad, bro. I think his usage is just gonna go even further down. Let me know what y'all think, though. Yeah, up next we got Mantis. So they changed it from one cost 2 power to 2 cost 3 power. Let's see what they have to say about her. It's literally like no note. Oh, okay, so they grouped them all together. I'm about to say, like, they just gonna change it and not say nothing. So let's just talk about all 3 of these at once. Let's read the note on all 3 of these and then just talk about them. These adjustments are all related, so we'll go over them as a group. These 3 cards, along with Agent 13, Sentinel, and Snowguard, make up a cadre of characters that all add a card to your hand for a cheap costs under different circumstances. However, they're also all overlapping one another a fair bit, existing in a tight range of cost and power combinations. We like to break that up. We like to break that up a little bit to build some differentiation as to how they're used and where they might be played. It's unlikely that this is the last tweak to this group we'll make, but it should get the ball rolling and let us see more clearly how the live game values what each card is uniquely capable of bringing. So they just wanted to make them a little bit different from these three cards right here, but at the same time, are y- are you ever gonna use, since they did this change? Are you ever gonna use Mariah Hill over Agent 13? Probably not. Are you ever going to use Mantis over Sentinel? You're probably not going to do that. And then Snowguard is just really good, and he's another one cost. So it's just another area you're not going to use Mariah Hill. And then Cable, 3 and 4. Cable is cool, but everybody has Loki now, who's 3 and 5 and works better with Collector, which all these cards want to be played with, either Collector or Devil Dinosaur. So are you ever going to use Cable over Loki? Probably not. So like I said, man, these changes really don't mean anything. I understand that they're trying to make them different from the other cards that add cards to your hand and stuff like that, but I mean, those cards are just better. Like you got these three, and then you got like Loki, right? And then you have Coulson, who you also probably wouldn't use Cable over. So it's just I mean, it's just nothing to be excited about. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, Mojo didn't change. These three arguably got worse, and then Uatu for sure got worse. But I mean, none of these cards made a difference in the first place to begin with. So like, it's just, it doesn't even, it's not that it leaves a bad taste in my mouth or anything like that. It's just like, it doesn't taste like anything. Pause. But anyways, man, that's all for the changes. Apparently it's just a whole bunch of more bug fixes and stuff like that. And then they added like another feature where you could get avatars and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about that. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought of this patch. Like I said, man, I wasn't really too excited for this patch, so that's why I talked about these cards to begin with. But yeah, man, y'all let me know how y'all think this season's gonna be, and whether it's gonna be better than the Loki season or not. Yeah, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. We on the road to 1,000 subs, and I'll see y'all next time.